And have your strap close to you. And maybe just one block too. All right, but starting on our backs. And knees bent, just letting those feet press into the floor. You can clasp your hands together and you can place them over your belly, or you can have one hand on belly, one hand on forehead. Just centering here, maybe with those hands, you can feel the belly lift and lower. And if your breath isn't into your belly yet, if it's just up in your lungs right now, think about breathing down in your belly. Think about that belly lifting as you inhale and lowering as you exhale. Just taking a moment or two to find that rhythm, to slow that breath down. You can take those hands off the belly. We're going to windshield wiper those legs. So we're just going to drop from side to side. So those feet can be like as wide as the mat or wider. Just taking that side to side. Good, and then bringing this back to center, and you can bring those feet back to alignment with your knees and your knees with your hips. Let's gently reach behind our right leg and gently begin to pull that in towards your chest. As you're doing that, think about rounding your spine into the floor. So think about as the weight of that leg comes forward, your lower back is pressing into the ground, maybe releasing a little tension in that low back. While you've got that knee or while you've got that leg pulled in, go ahead and rotate the ankle. And rotate it the other way. And again, rotate. And rotate. Good, gently, let's flex the foot and press the right heel towards the ceiling. And you do not have to have your knee or your leg all the way straight, especially because the muscles are still super cold. So just that knee bent, that leg is lifted. And again, go ahead and rotate that ankle in the air now. And rotate it the other way. Good, bring that knee back into the chest. And then you can release that right leg. Let's do the same thing on the left side. So pull that left behind that left knee. So that left hamstring, left thigh, go ahead and pull that in. And again, maybe that low back presses into the floor a little bit more. And you can rotate that ankle and rotate it the other way. Good, just keep rotating that and rotate. And then let's go ahead, flex through the foot and bring this up. So straighten that leg, but you don't have to straighten it all the way. You can keep a nice bend in that knee. And then go ahead and rotate it again. And rotate the other way. Good, bring that knee back into the chest and then release this. Let's take our right ankle and we're going to cross, or not right ankle, right leg. We're going to cross our leg. So we did this a couple weeks ago. This would be like our laying down eagle. So got our legs crossed and you can lift that left leg. And if it's available to you, wrapping that right foot around that left leg. And if you can lower that leg and try and keep that low back into the floor, you can do that, or you can keep this lifted. This is just kind of opening up the hips a little bit, opening up the ankle a little bit more after that rotation, and then just getting the legs ready maybe for some eagle pose later on. And then go ahead and release that. Now we'll take our right ankle to our left thigh. Take our right hand, go ahead and push that right inner thigh away. And then release that and release that right leg. Let's cross our left leg over and do that laying down eagle here. So you can lift that right leg and wrap that foot around. And if you want, you can drop this down if that's available to you without your low back coming way up off the floor. Trying to keep that down. If your low back is coming up off the floor, then go ahead and bring those legs back up. And just breathing it here. And then go ahead and uncross that and release this down. Let's take our left ankle to our right thigh. Left hand presses that right leg up, or that left leg. Left hand presses left leg away. And then release that. Let's reach behind both our knees. Make ourselves into a little ball. Rock it from side to side here. And then you can release the hands. We're going to keep our knees bent. Release the hands. Place them on just gently on the kneecaps. Flex our feet. And let's go ahead and make some circles here. So imagining there are crayons or markers attached to your big toes. So making circles here, and then let's go ahead and make circles the other way. Good, and then release that. Keep both of our knees together, drop them both over to the right side. So first little spinal twist. Oh, that feels good. And look to the left if it's available to you, if your neck is warmed up enough. Bring this back to center and drop it over to the other side. So dropping to the left, looking to the right. Not forgetting to breathe. Good, bring this back to center. Grab our strap, keep our feet on the floor. Let's take our strap around the right foot. Now we're gonna stretch out the leg a little bit more. So let's use that strap to pull that knee into the chest. And then let's press that heel towards the sky. So now you might be able to straighten that leg more because you don't have the hands holding it. You just have that strap, and you can give as much strap as you want to let that leg go straight. And if your leg is straight way out here, that's fine, or it can be straight closer to you. Just depends on how much hamstring stretch you want to get here. And just straightening that. And breathing. Good. Let's go ahead and bend that knee, release that strap. Take the strap to the other foot, left foot, and go ahead and pull that in. Use that strap to pull that knee in towards the torso. And then let's press that heel towards the ceiling and pulling that leg towards you just as much as you want. This part is up to you if you want to have it out or close to the torso. Again, depending on how warm your hamstrings are, how much stretch you're ready to get in those. And remember, this is just the beginning of the practice. So you don't have to go like you normally would, because we normally do this stuff at the end, and usually the muscles are really warm and you can go pretty far. But right now, muscles are still cool. Go ahead and bend the knee and release that strap. Very good. Bend our knees again, drop them over to the side facing me, and let's bring ourselves up nice and slow. And we're going to come up onto all fours. So we're going to have our shoulders over our wrists and our hips over our knees. And let's go ahead and do some cat and cow. So drop that belly to the floor. Let's take our eyes to the sky. Go ahead and hold this cow here. Maybe rock it from side to side. Let that low back release. Good. And then let's go ahead and round our spine, take our chin to chest, hold this cat here and rock it front to back. As you rock front, maybe taking your shoulders in front of your fingertips, and you'll get a good wrist stretch here. So taking that back almost to a somewhat child's pose, almost all the way back, but still rounding that spine and taking that forward and forward. Good. Finding our center. You can straighten through that back or flatten through that back. Let's drop, inhale, and round exhale. And doing a few rounds of this cat and cow at your own pace, remembering to inhale and exhale. Good, let's flatten through that back. Take our right leg out. So let's lift our right leg and let's lengthen through our left arm. So bird dog, first balance of the day. Hold this bird dog. Go ahead and release the arm, release the leg. We're going to take it to the other side. So lifting left leg, flex through that foot, reach through right arm. Hold this bird dog, breathe it here. And release the arm, release the leg, right side again. So lift that right leg up, lift that left arm up. This time we're going to add in that elbow to knee. So bring this in for 4 and lengthen, 3 and lengthen. It's 2 and lengthen, and last one, lengthen right here. Release the arm, release the leg. Other side, so left leg comes up, right arm goes out. Elbow to knee 4 times. Let's bring this in for 4 and lengthen, 3 and reach. It's 2 and reach, and last one. Let's reach it right here and release, release. Right side again. So now we're going to go 6. So lift that left arm up, reach through that, or lift the left leg up, reach through the left arm. Yes, elbow to knee 6 times. Let's go for 6 and reach, 5 and reach, 4 and reach, 3 and reach. It's 2 and reach, and last one and reach. Good, release the arm, release the leg, building a little heat. So now let's lift our left leg, reach through our right arm, 6 here. So let's take it elbow to knee for 6 and reach. It's 5 and reach, 4, lengthen, 3, lengthen. It's 2 and reach, and last one and reach. Good, release, release the leg, child's pose. So we're going to take this back, glutes towards heels, lengthen through those arms. We're going to do that bird dog with the elbows one last time, and this time we're going to go for that full 8, but still holding here. Good, let's bring ourselves back up, all 4s, getting ourselves ready. Let's lift our right leg, lengthen through left arm, and let's go for 8 here. Take it in for 8 and reach, 7, reach, 6, good, and 5, lengthen, it's 4, reach, 3, reach, 2, reach, and last one, reach and hold. Good, release the leg, release the arm, bring our left leg up, bring our right arm up. Let's go for 8 here. Take it for 8 and reach, 7 and reach. It's 6 and reach, 5 and reach, 4, reach, 3, reach, 2, lengthen, and last one, lengthen here. Release the arm, release the leg, child's pose. Take that back. Good. Looking forward at those hands. Let's walk our hands over to the right. Take that left hand right on top of that right hand and sit that left glute to the left heel. So if you watched the movie Spirited, there's a part towards the end where Death, he's counting down. I think that it was from there, and he's like, he misses the number 8. It's really funny. I thought we got a really good kick out of that. He's counting down for like 10, missed 8. It's funny. All right, let's walk it over to the other side and take that right hand on top of the left and right heel and glute. for the ghost of, what is that, Christmas present? Future. Good, bring this back to center, right there, nice. Bring ourselves up onto all fours. Let's stretch the shoulder a little bit. So let's go ahead and take our right arm up and thread the needle through it. Take that down, temple on the floor, both palms on the floor, and breathe this here. Deep breaths will stretch through both of those shoulders, that rib cage. And then press ourselves back up. Good, let's take it to the other side. Go ahead and lift that left arm up and sweep this through. Forehead on the floor, both palms on the floor, and breathe. And then going to press ourselves back up. Very nice. Back in the child's pose one more time. Go and take that, the glutes back towards the heels and reach through those arms. And then from here, let's bring ourselves up, grab both of your blocks. We're on our knees, we've got our blocks close to us. Go ahead and take your right leg and have that right knee bent. And we're going to do a hip flexor stretch. So we're just going to lean into this like we do when we use the chair on when we do our chair yoga. So leaning into this. And then we're going to hamstring stretch. So shifting that weight back, stretching through the front of the back of that leg. And shift that weight forward. So we've got that hip flexor stretch now. Pressing into those blocks, go ahead and curl that back toe under and lift up into a supported lunge here. Drop that knee back down and shift the weight back. Take ourselves forward one more time. Hip flexor, curl that toe under, lift that back leg. And then release that down. And let's go ahead and switch sides. Take it to the other side, bring that left leg forward, and let's go into that hip flexor stretch. Right here, both feels good. Good, leaning into this. And then shifting that weight back, stretching through the hamstring. And then leaning into this again. This time, let's curl our toe under and lift that leg up. So we've got that supported lunge. Dropping that back down, hamstring curl or hamstring stretch. And shift that weight forward again. Curl that toe under, lift that back leg. So we're back into that lunge. Drop that knee and shift the weight back. And bring that forward. Good. Go ahead and release that. And let's go on our knees facing the front. And we're going to go into a half moon or modified half moon. Let's take our right leg or left leg off to the side. Having right and left problems today. Your left leg off to the side. Toe can be pointed front or out. We're finding gate pose first. So this is our gate pose. Let's reach up right here. And then let's go ahead, drop our right hand down to the floor and lengthen up through the left. And let's lift that left leg. So lifting for balance here. If you want to go a little further, you can always stay here. If you want to go further, you can go to sugarcane. So reaching that hand for that foot. Remembering that if you fall out of the pose, you just get right back into it. You're still strengthening and working on that balance. Falling out is just as important as staying in it. If you've got that sugar cane, go ahead and lengthen. And then let's go ahead and release that leg and reach this over. And then release that. Let's take it to the other side. So take our right leg out. I told you left and right, it's hard today. Right leg off to the side. Reach it up. So we got our gate pose here. And then let's go ahead and drop left hand, reach that up and lift. And you can stay here, or you can reach back for that sugar cane. I have no idea why this is called sugar cane. Usually, most of the poses make sense with their names, but I don't know about this one. Could lengthen back through this if you had that sugar cane. And then go ahead and release that and reach this over. Good, release that. Nice. We're going to come down into seated. So now those legs are a little bit warmer in the seated pose. Take your other leg in front, so the opposite leg of what you would normally have in front. Sitting this up tall, take our left hand to our right thigh, right hand behind us, and let's do a spinal twist here. Breathing it deeply. So inhale here, and let that air out. And again, inhale, and exhale. Bring this to center. Take it to the other side. So right hand goes to the left leg, left hand comes behind, and twist it to the left. Inhale here. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Good. Bring this back to center. Sweep our arms up. Big deep inhale. And exhale. Press this down. And again, inhale. Sweep this up. And exhale. Press this down. And inhale. Sweep this up. And exhale. Press this down. Good. Let's take our legs long. And just like we did when we were on our backs, going to bring our right leg in. So bring that in, but this time you get to hold to the front of that leg. Giving that a big hug, flex through that left foot. Let's take our right foot over left leg, wrap our left arm around and twist it again. This time that twist goes deeper down into the glute. Keep that left leg active by keeping that foot flexed. Breathe, inhale, and exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Good. Bring this back to center. Let's take both our hands behind us. Bend our knee. So we've got our knee bent. Now again, here's our eagle. So you can keep this here, or you can wrap this. So we've got a seated eagle now. Just holding this here. Holding. And then you can go with that. Unwrap and lengthen through those legs. Let's take our left leg and bring that in. Give that a big hug. And then take that left over right. Keep our right leg active by keeping that foot flexed. Wrap our right arm around our left and twist it over. Breathe it here. Inhaling and exhaling. And bring this back to center. Go ahead and lean this back. Let's bend that and wrap. Good. Just holding this here just for a moment. And then go ahead and release that. While we are here, let's go ahead and do some boat and then some reverse plank. And then we'll get into our sun salutations. So taking our hands behind us, fingers are facing towards our feet. Let's lift. Actually, let's go ahead and do table first. So we've got our feet in line, like right here, pretty far away from our glutes, but they're not all the way up. So we've got like when we're laying on our backs. From here, let's press through hands, press through feet, and lift our pelvis up towards the sky. And if you need to walk your feet out further, go for it. And you are kind of looking up towards the ceiling or in front of you, but not letting your head drop behind you. I'm going to keep that neck pretty neutral. This is such a good balance, but also really good stretch for those arms. Feeling in the biceps, the wrists, it's strengthening all over. And then go ahead and drop this down. Reach through our arms, shoulders down and back, and let's go boat pose here. So lift this up and breathe. Good, release that. You can go ahead and simple cross leg and hinge this forward just for a moment. And now we're going to go into a reverse plank. So let's take ourselves back, now pressing our heels into the floor. Fingers are still facing towards our feet. This time we're going to lift that pelvis up and have our legs straight. So lifting this up, and eyes again are looking towards the ceiling or slightly like in front of you, just not way behind you. No crunching of the neck here. And breathe. And if you find your booty dipping down, you can take a break and then lift it back up. Good, let's go ahead and release this. Boat pose one more time. So reach our arms, shoulders down and back, and let's lift this up and breathe. Good, release, simple cross leg, sit it up and hinge it forward. And you can have both of your blocks, place them where you want them. And we're going to go ahead and bring ourselves forward up onto all fours. Have your blocks where you want them for our sun salutations. And let's go into our first downward facing dog. So curling our toes under, keeping our knees bent. Let's lift our tails to the sky. Oh, having those legs already warm is pretty nice here. Let's go ahead and drop those heels. Good. Pedal. That's the word I was looking for. Pedal those heels towards the floor. Good. Dropping both those heels. Go ahead and nod that head, yes. And shake that head, no. Lift up on those toes, heels high. Drop both of our heels over to one side. Lift that back up. Drop over to the other side. Lift that back up. Holding this down dog. Very nice and strong. We're going to press into that left foot. Let's lift our right leg up for our first single leg down dog. So tripod right here. Lifting that. And then release this down. And let's take it to the other side. Go ahead and lift that. So we can do this a little easier because we've already got those legs and those hamstrings pretty much warmed up. So we can do that single leg right off the bat. So go ahead and bring that down and let's walk our feet to meet our hands, standing forward fold at the front of our mat. You can grab your blocks, have them close, but not too close yet. We're going to take opposite elbow with the opposite hand, make a frame for that head. And let that upper body hang heavily, lower body, feet pressed into the floor. And breathe. That back rib cage expanding and contracting with your breath. Good, release those arms. Now you can have those hands on blocks. Let's go ahead, flatten through our spine, look forward. So right there, nice table. And then release this down. Let's do that again right there into that table or monkey. And then release that. As our head's been low, take this nice and slow. Inhale, sweep our arms up towards the sky. Slow, slow, slow. And then take this around to chair. Inhale, lifting this up. And exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale into monkey, flatten that back, look forward. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale, around to chair. Inhale, sweep this up. Dive it down and over. Inhale into monkey, flatten that back, look forward. And then release. Keep our right foot forward, take our left foot back into that lunge. Feel free to use those blocks. We're going to go ahead and take our left hand on that block, and let's spinal twist to the right. Good, breathe this here. And then release this. Take our right foot back to meet our left foot into top of plank. Shift our weight forward, drop to the fronts of our knees. Let's uncurl those toes. Slowly, let's take it down into a chaturanga. So arms are going to go right by that rib cage, slowly taking that down, strengthening the arms, and let's lift that heart up off of the floor. Tiny baby cobra. Curl our toes under. Lift and press up into downward facing dog. Center our weight, lift our right leg up. We're going to keep working the core, so let's bring our knee to the nose. We're going to go for 3. So bring this in for 3 and lift. It's 2 and lift. And last 1. Lift that up. This time we're going to bring our leg all the way through. So go ahead and bring that through. Walk that through however you can get it back into that lunge. Yeah, that left hand on block once again, and then once again, spinal twist to the right. Good. Bring this down, grab both of those blocks, and we're going to use that core. Pull those abdominals in, and let's lift it up into a modified warrior 3. So lift that back leg up. Bring that foot forward, standing forward fold, relax that here. Very nice. Let's do the same thing, other side. Let's inhale, flatten that back foot forward, and then release. Sweep our arms up, inhale. Take that around the chair. Inhale and lift this up. Dive this down and over. Inhale into monkey, flatten that back, look forward. Release that. Keep our left foot forward, right foot goes back, lunge. Right hand on block. Spinal twist to the left. And then go ahead and bring this down. Take that left foot back to meet our right foot to top of plank. Shift that weight forward, drop to fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes. Take ourselves down, chaturanga. Heart goes to the floor, heart lifts up off of the floor. Curl our toes under, lift and press. Downward facing dog. Breathe here. Center our weight. Lift our left leg up, 3-leg down dog. Let's bring that knee to nose 3 times. So bring this in for 3 and lift. It's 2 and lift, and last 1. Lift and hold. And then this time, let's bring that leg all the way through. Pull that through, walk that through, however you can get there. And then our right hand goes to block, left hand up, spinal twist. And then bring us back to center of both of our blocks. Use those abdominals and flip up into warrior 3, down, or modified warrior 3 right here. And then bring that foot forward, standing forward, fold. Inhale, monkey, flatten that back, look forward. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Take this around a chair. Inhale, lift up. Dive it down and over. Inhale, monkey, flatten that back, look forward. And then release that right foot forward, left foot back. Let's do everything one more time on each side. So twisting up, right spinal twist. Bring this back to center. Right foot goes back to near left foot, top of plank. Shift our weight forward, drop the fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes. That nice push up down, or not push up, but down. And lift that heart up. Curl our toes under, lift and press, downward facing dog. Breathe. Good, center our weight. Lift our right leg up, knee to nose 3 times. So bring this in for 3 and lift. It's 2 and lift, and last 1 and lift. Let's bring our leg all the way through, back into that lunge. Good. Final twist it, again over to the right, right here. And bring this down, grab both of our blocks. Modified warrior 3. Lift that up. Good, bring that foot forward, standing forward, fold. Maybe nod your head here, or shake it, no. Inhale, monkey, flatten that back, look forward. And then release that, inhale, sweep our arms up. Take this around, chair. Sweep that up, dive it down and over. Inhale, flatten that back, look forward. Release that left foot forward, right foot back into lunge. Right hand on block, left arm up, twist. Back to center. Take our left foot back, meet our right foot top of plank. Shift our weight forward, uncurl those toes. Drop that heart down to the floor and lift that heart up off the floor. Curl our toes under with that press. Downward facing dog and breathe. Center our weight. Lift our left leg. Bring that knee into nose 3 times. So bring this in for 3 and lift. It's 2 and lift. And last one. Lift it. This time, let's bring that leg all the way through. Back into that lunge. Right hand goes on block. Spinal twist, left arm up. And then bring this back to center. Both of those blocks. Lifting up, modified warrior 3. Good. And then release this forward fold. Relax that head and neck. Nice standing forward fold. You can move those blocks up off to the front a little bit. Inhale, sweep our arms all the way up. Take this around to chair. Hold our chair here. Let's do seated spinal twist. Bring your hands to heart, and we're going to take our right tricep to our left thigh. So let's twist it here. And just like in our chair yoga, press the palms of the hands together. Good, bring this back to center, sweep our arms up. Dive it down and over, forward fold. Inhale and sweep that up. Take it around chair. Hands to heart, let's take it to the other side. So seated spinal twist on the other side, press those palms together. Breathe. And then bring this back to center. Sweep our arms up. Dive this down and over. Relax that head and neck. Good. Inhale and sweep those arms up. Take ourselves around into chair. Bring our hands to heart. This time, let's take our right foot back. Keep our heel lifted. So we'll go into crescent here. Keep that heel lifted and reach up through those arms if that's available to you. If it knocks you off, you can keep that at your heart until you find your balance, but lifting this up. Finding that nice crescent. Let's open this into warrior 2, proud warrior. Drop our back arm, take our palm up, peaceful warrior. Release our front leg, both of our legs straight, and let's go ahead and tilt ourselves down into triangle. You can use block here if you want, or hand to the shin. So find that nice triangle. Bring ourselves back up, warrior 2. Good, go ahead and turn this. Let's take this back into crescent. So lifting that heel. And then bring hands to heart. We can bring that foot forward until we're in that seated chair. Sweep our arms up. Dive this down and over. Inhale this up. Take it around to chair. Bring hands to heart. Let's take our other foot back. Keep our heel lifted. So we've got crescent on this other side. Lift those arms up. Good. Open this up. Proud warrior. Drop our back arm, take our palm up. Peaceful warrior. Reach through this. Release our front leg. And let's go ahead and tilt ourselves down into triangle. And then go ahead and bring ourselves back up, warrior two, and that front knee. And let's go ahead and turn this into crescent. So back heel stays lifted. Hips are square to the front. Bring hands to heart and bring that left foot forward. Take that right foot seated pose. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Dive this down and over, standing forward fold. Relax that head and neck, relax those arms. You can let those arms dangle like a rag doll. Let them become very heavy. Let that head become very heavy. Good. Let's slowly inhale, sweep our arms up. And take those arms around. We're going to take ourselves back into a seated pose. But this time, we're going to go ahead and practice into our eagle. So we're going to cross this over. If you need to have balance, you can go up against the wall. We've got that seated pose. Go ahead and cross this over, and you can begin to wrap, or you can just have this crossed. So we've got the legs crossed over. This time, if it's available to you, taking your arms out, let's go ahead and take our left hand on top of right shoulder, right hand, and then let's do a little bit of eagle arms here. So that eagle pose. You don't have to be doing the arms. You can be focusing on the legs because you're still getting the strengthening here of those legs. And go ahead and uncurl that and straighten that up, shake that out, sweep our arms up, dive this down and over, forward fold, ragdoll. Inhale, sweep our arms up, take it around the chair. All right, eagle legs. So let's take our left leg and cross that over. I forgot on the other side, if you want to, you can have it like this, that toe on the floor, if you need that for support, or you can hold it like this with that leg up or begin to wrap that. So whatever works for you and whatever arms work for you. So before we had our right, now we're gonna have our left hand, right arm twisting the other way. It's just up to you. And go ahead and release those arms and stand that up, release the legs, shake that out. Woo, those glutes. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Dive this down and over, ragdoll right here. Very nice. Love that. Good. Roll this up one vertebrae at a time. Roll our shoulders down and back. Standing here, let's take our right foot back again. Take this back into a crescent. But we're not going to go into full crescent right now. We're just going to have that heel lifted. Let's take our hands to heart. We're going to prepare ourselves for a full warrior three. So we've got that back heel lifted, centering our weight here, kind of tilting forward and beginning to lift our leg, shifting our weight forward. If this is not working for you, feel free to be on that toe and lengthen here, and then beginning to work on that tilt or that hinge. So finding whatever works for you. Arms can be wherever they are most comfortable for you. So they can be out on your back, whatever works, but just working on that balance. And breathe. Good, one more breath here, then we'll take it back down into that like little modified crescent. Go ahead and take this back down. So that front knee is bent, back heel is lifted into that nice modified crescent. Now we're not going to give that left glute any rest yet. We're going to bring yourself forward, but this time we're standing it up. And let's go ahead and go into dancer if that's available to you. So grabbing that foot and opening this up. Just right here. Good. If you'd like to, you can begin to hinge forward, or you can just work on the balance right here. But it's all still working that left leg, left glute, stretching through the front of the right thigh. Still breathing deep. And then go ahead and release. Shake that. Good. Kick that out. Lots out of the way. Shake that out. Very nice. Sweep our arms up. Let's dive it down and over. Forward fold. Ragdoll here. Relax. Upper body's heavy. Head is heavy. Good. Roll this up. Take our shoulders back. Let's take that left foot back into a crescent. So heel stays lifted. Let's really center this, root this front leg so that you can begin to work into warrior 3 on this side. So centering that, pressing into that, and leaning this forward, lifting that back leg, or you're up here and tilting. It's whatever works for you, but try and do the same thing on this side that you did on the other side. Good, and then we're going to go ahead and release this back down into that little crescent. Take the hand to the heart. And then let's bring ourselves up and forward. Still working that right glute. Let's reach that left foot for dancer on the left side. So holding this here or beginning to hinge it. Again, it's whatever is working for you today. But if you didn't hinge it on the other side, then don't hinge it on this side. You want, again, we want to be balanced. Same thing on each side. Because if you start to do more on one side, then you will eventually get an injury because one side will be stronger. And that's what we're doing here is we're trying to strengthen both sides equally. Good, release that, shake that out. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Dive this down and over, relax that. But nod that head, yes. Shake that head, no. Good, roll this up, roll our shoulders back, sweep our arms up, take it around into a chair. So let's do all of our warriors again, one more time each side. Hands to heart, back leg out for crescent. Bring this up into our full crescent. Breathing, opening up into proud warrior. Breathing here. Dropping back, arm, palm up, peaceful warrior. And release our front leg triangle. Taking this down. Breathe. Bring ourselves back up. Front knee bent, warrior 2. Let's turn ourselves back into crescent. So hands back to heart, back heel is lifted. Bring the arms up. Hands back to heart. Bring that leg forward, sweep our arms up and dive this down and over. Relax it right here. And roll this up one vertebrae at a time. Roll our shoulders back. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Pick this around a chair. Bring the hands to heart. Let's take our other foot back. So left leg goes back. Keep left heel lifted and crescent on this side. Open this up, proud warrior. Drop that back arm, palm up, peaceful warrior reach. Release our front leg and take this down triangle, reach that. Bring ourselves back up, proud warrior. Turn this into crescent. Good, hands to heart. Let's bring that leg forward. Very nice. Inhale and sweep our arms up, dive it down and over. Relax that. Inhale into monkey. Let's flatten that back, look forward, and the hands just go right there on those shins. And then release, sweep our arms up. And take it around to chair one more time. Inhale and sweep this up. Dive it down and over. Let's take both feet back into top of plank. Bring this right here, nice top of plank. Hold this top of plank here. Very strong, looking slightly forwards. Very good for that core. Good for those arms. Shift our weight forward. Drop the fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes. Take our heart down to the floor. Lift our heart up off of the floor. Good. Let's move this into, we've got our heart lifting up off. If you can, moving it up a little bit. So you might need to walk your hands out if it's available to you, kind of into a full cobra here. If this hurts your back, then go ahead and stay in baby cobra. Right here. Good, let's go ahead and release this all the way down. Lengthen through our arms, lengthen through our legs. Reach our left hand back for our right foot. That should be a little one because we did dancer. So lengthening through this. If you want to lift yourself up a little bit, do that. So we've already warmed up with our cobra. We've warmed up with our dancer. Our backs are nice and warm. And then go ahead and release that. Let's take it to the other side. So right hand goes back for that right foot and bring this up. Half a squirrel. And then release. And if you want to practice, we will do one full squirrel. So let's go ahead and reach back for that left hand or left foot. And if it's available, reach back for that right foot. And you got that full squirrel. We haven't done this in a long time. So if you don't get it right now, it's fine. I'll put it on my list for stuff that we should do. Good, go ahead and release. And release. Hands right by chest. Press ourselves back. Child's pose. And good. Press our hands by our knees, lift ourselves up. Take our legs underneath us. And of course, Jake starts barking now. Let's take ourselves onto our backs. Let's see. Do I want to walk? No, go ahead and grab your strap. As we did this at the beginning, let's go ahead and do this at the end. So grab that strap, take our strap around our right foot, lengthen through our left leg. Pull that leg in towards you. Oh, and if you didn't, go ahead and grab whatever you need for final relaxation when we get there. So bringing that knee in, and maybe that leg is even more warm. Press up through that heel. Maybe you've got a little bit more flexibility here. No, I do. That's good. Bring that in. And let's go ahead and drop this leg across the body. So dropping that straight leg across, if it's available. You can also bend that knee if it's too painful to have that leg straight. Go ahead and bring this leg back to center, pulling that towards you. Bending the other leg. Let's release our strap. Reach behind our knee, behind our foot. Let's fold that leg. Imagine we're folding it onto the chest or belly. And then go ahead and release that. Good, let's take the strap around the left foot. Pull that knee in. And then press up through that heel to the ceiling. Pull the leg towards you. Very good. Keep that strap in the right hand, and let's go ahead and drop this leg across. Bring that leg back to center. Pull it towards you. Bend at the other leg. Let's release that strength. Reach behind the foot, behind the knee, and then just folding that leg onto chest and belly. And then release that. Good. Let's move it into our final relaxation. Grabbing whatever you need for that. Need that big pillow, regular pillow. So lengthening through the legs, lengthening through the arms. Reach our fingertips towards one end of the room. Reach the legs towards the other end. You can put that eye pillow over your eyes. Let the heaviness feel really good on that face. Just lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Lower back is lifted up off the floor. Lungs are full of air. Reach, reach, reach. Add an inch or two to your height. And then with an exhale, allow yourself to deflate, to relax. Let those feet fall open, arms open. Slowing that breath down like we did at the beginning. Feeling that breath. If your breath is up in your lungs, think about breathing down into your belly. And a few moments here. Still relax. Let's begin to bend those knees. Tucking that tailbone under. And then let's begin to drop our knees over to your most comfortable side and taking yourself onto your side into the fetal position. And then slowly pressing ourselves up, taking your time and finding yourself in a seated pose, seated form. And sitting that up tall. Think about the spine lengthening, tailbone down, crown of the head lifted. Let's inhale, sweep our arms up, bring those palms together and slowly bring those hands down to the heart. Take our chin to chest. Lifting that head center, take fingers to forehead. As we leave today, let us think thoughts of truth. Take our fingers to our lips. As we leave today, let us speak words of love. Take our hands to heart. As we leave today, let our lives be a light of truth and a light of love, having hearts of compassion and mercy, knowing that we have not been given the spirit of fear, but the spirit of love and a sound and peaceful mind. Deep inhale and exhale. And one more time, deep inhale and big exhale. And have a blessed day, guys. See you next week. Yay.